team?
And the New York Giants. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Jones. Finds, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jones.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
Riley Dixon on to punt for the Giants.
Seven yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And some room to maneuver. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Gain of 6 yards.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2. At the
flushed out right. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings
2nd and 2. Eluding the pressure right.
And that's complete to Gandy Golden.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good.
And it's 3-0 Washington.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jones now throwing on first down. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
With this Washington 3, Giants 0.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
19-yard line.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
At the 14-yard line.
Forced out to his left. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Giants have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This is taken at the 23. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Good drive last time, really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. Catch made by Slayton. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
26 mark, 26 mark. Hey, here I come. Here I come. 79. Here I come. 26 mark, 26 mark.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Second and 3. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now
feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try, and he lost the football. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
There goes Sterling Shepard. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 97 yards, everything but pay dirt. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
A gain of 30.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now second and 13. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Saquon Barkley.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He's not going to get me.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Hey, check. Max 22.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
10 at the 21-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jones on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Jones. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
On for the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
And the Washington first down.
On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it will wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Back at his own 49.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds McLaurin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross.
The pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
1st down, Washington.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Oh, it felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
The play is a turnover on
the Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Isaiah Simmons.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking for Shepard deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Giants 10.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You can just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Giants, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.